lesson, I wanted to kind of continue to add on to the last several weeks. We've been talking about self worth and how we can build our self worth and things that interfere in building our self worth. So, last week we talked about just how powerful the feeling of shame can be. So, today I want to talk about the power of self compassion. So, in a few minutes, you're going to watch a video about self compassion. Um, and then I'm going to come back and tack on a few things. So I want you to sit and listen to this video about self compassion. I will be back.
Have you ever felt that warm tug in your heart when you see someone who's hurt or having a tough time? That's compassion, a wish to be kind, accepting, and supportive towards others. Although I can be good at showing compassion to others, I've discovered something pretty cool lately. It's called self-compassion, and it's all about treating myself with kindness and understanding, just like I would treat a dear friend in need. Now, I'll be honest, self-compassion doesn't come that naturally to me. Sometimes I say some pretty mean things to myself before I even realize it. I wouldn't want someone else to talk to me the way I talk to myself sometimes, especially when I'm already feeling low. So on my journey to learn more about self-compassion, I stumbled upon something interesting from Dr. Kristen Neff. She talks about 3 important parts to self-compassion: mindfulness, self-kindness, and recognizing our shared humanity. Let's break that down a bit, starting with mindfulness. It's about paying attention to how I'm feeling, whether it's sadness, frustration, or another tough emotion, without judging myself for it. It's like taking a step back, naming what I'm experiencing, and realizing that feelings will always come and go, and that's okay. After I notice I'm having a tough time, the next step is about self-kindness. Instead of being hard on myself when I mess up, I'm learning to be gentle and supportive, just like I would be with a friend who's going through a rough time. It's about treating myself with the same care and desire to help that I'd offer to someone I love. And finally, recognizing our shared humanity. This one's important. It's about remembering that everyone experiences tough times, setbacks, and moments of imperfection. It's part of being human. Knowing this helps me to feel less alone in my struggles and more connected to others. Putting it all together, when I'm struggling now, I try to notice it and bring a kind attitude to myself. This is tough, and other people would feel this way too in this situation. I try to be gentle with myself and to give myself what I need right now. Next time you're facing a setback or feeling low, why not give yourself a little dose of self-compassion? Trust me, you deserve it. And hey, if you want to learn more about self-compassion, check out the links below.
So I hope you got something from that video. As you can understand, I think self-compassion is a really, really important coping skill that we all need. I don't know about you, but I tend to be really hard on myself. I can kind of just beat myself up. I expect um, not necessarily perfection, but close to for myself. And no one is perfect and no one can meet those high expectations. And so being able to practice self compassion, giving myself grace and understanding is super important. And if I'm not able to do that for myself, to give myself kindness, it makes it even harder sometimes for me, maybe to give kindness to someone else that may be in the exact same shoes that I am. So practicing, and practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice makes you more able and makes it more of a quick jump to practicing self compassion. So, finding different ways to practice that. So, there is a lot of research about self compassion that shows that those who practice self compassion, that it reduces mental health issues for people. It reduces anxiety, it reduces stress, it definitely reduces depression if we can practice self compassion. And it just makes us feel like we're better able to manage kind of just the different ups and downs in our life. Also, Being kind to ourselves helps us become a little bit more resilient, or helps us be able to bounce back more quickly from setbacks or disappointments. Um, Practicing self compassion helps us improve our self image, how we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves overall. Also, practicing self compassion allows us to just respond in a healthier way to ourselves and to different struggles that we may have. It just makes us be able to handle those better, and it's a healthier coping skill than others. Also, there's a lot of research that to show that those that practice self compassion um, have a reduced risk of self harm. And I know that's something that a lot of teenagers do struggle with, is self harm. And so practicing self compassion can be one tool in your coping box that helps you be able to kind of steer clear from that. Um, and most importantly, kind of what I hit on here at the beginning was practicing self compassion can improve our relationships. If we're able to take care of ourselves and show ourselves some kindness and some grace, then how much more are we able to do that for other people? So, simple ways to practice self compassion. We practice self compassion by noticing and being aware of how we're talking to ourselves. If I am talking to myself in a way and with messages that I would never say to someone else, we're not practicing self compassion. So I would never say to someone else, boy, you really screwed up on that. What a failure you are. If I would never say that to someone else, I definitely should not be saying that to myself. Or just even the simplest kind of thought or conversation with ourselves of, I can't do something, I'm not capable, or I'm not smart enough, or whatever it might be. Those are acts that are opposite of self compassion. So, an act of self compassion in one of those situations may be, I don't understand this, I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to ask questions, and eventually I'm going to figure this out. So, those are some simple ways of practicing self compassion. And self compassion is something that we need to practice on a daily basis. You know, we get so accustomed and so used to sometimes talking negatively about ourselves and to ourselves that we don't even notice that we're doing that. So, just like in the video, one of the very first steps to practicing self compassion is being aware, practicing awareness. So, being mindful, being in the moment, and being able to notice when we're doing those things. We're not always going to get it right, and that's okay. But in the best moments that we can, practicing those moments of self compassion, those messages of self compassion, um, and thinking, how would we treat someone else? That's maybe how I need to treat myself. Well, I hope you guys got some good things out of this lesson. I want you guys to talk together as a class and identify what are some different ways throughout the week that I might be able to practice self compassion. Okay, I hope you guys have a great week. Come and find me if you need to talk about anything mental health related, relationships, or if you want to talk about just academic stress. I hope you guys have a great one. Bye.